Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Ray's Reviews. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why Crypto.com is spending so much money on user acquisition. So stay tuned and let's go. All right, so after that massive move for the naming rights to the Staples Center, where they spent $700 million over a 20-year deal, what is that next major advertising move for Crypto.com? Well, the next major ad that is gonna be displayed is gonna be at none other than the Super Bowl. That's right, Crypto.com has purchased an ad to be played during the Super Bowl. And according to statistics, a 30-second ad could cost anywhere up to $6 million with NBC. Now, Crypto.com is not the only crypto exchange to be doing so. One of their fellow competitors, FTX, is also going to be doing it as well. So this just brings about a massive war to kind of bring crypto mainstream. So the Super Bowl obviously is one of the biggest national annual events that occur every year around the February timeframe, and it draws in anywhere between 90 million to 100 million viewers. And I think this is going to be absolutely massive because everyone tunes into the Super Bowl, not just even if they're not necessarily a football fan, but due to the amazing commercials that show up every year at the Super Bowl, and also due to an amazing halftime show every year. So you're gonna have more and more mainstream users that are gonna be viewing this Crypto.com ad during the Super Bowl timeframe. So then this brings me to my next question, which is why is Crypto.com spending so much money on user acquisition? Because if you really take a look at some of their past deals in 2021, it's just been absolutely insane. They partnered with UFC, they partnered with the Lakers Arena to get the naming rights. They partnered with Paris Saint-Germain. They partnered with the Philadelphia 76ers. They partnered with Formula One. And obviously, to get their company spokesperson, Mr. Jason Bourne himself, Mr. Matt Damon, that is not gonna come cheap either. So actually in the year 2021, they actually committed probably about over $1 billion either in the year 2021 or throughout the next 20 years. So that's a massive, massive advertising and marketing budget. And I've never really seen an ad campaign this intense in my lifetime, whether it's crypto related or not. It just seems that they are trying to advertise anywhere and everywhere to anyone and everyone, and they're just really trying to kind of make their name really be known. Because if you really think about it, the way that Crypto.com is positioning themselves is that, hey guys, we are the big bad wolf of crypto exchanges. We are the dominant player. We are the largest exchange out there. We are like the Michael Jordan of the crypto exchanges. Now, obviously, Crypto.com is not the largest exchange. Coinbase and Binance definitely has Crypto.com beat as of this particular point in time, but it's just the way they're positioning themselves to potential consumers, especially consumers that are not necessarily crypto savvy. These are the ones, they may have never heard about Coinbase, they may have never heard about Binance before. So when they see all these mass advertising by Crypto.com, they're gonna think that, hey, Crypto.com is like this richest company, the richest crypto company out there. This is the company that we kind of have to go with. So just because I think advertising really does work. And if you really think about it, at this particular point in time, we are just so early in the crypto space. And I think this is why Crypto.com is investing all these dollars to get these potential consumers. So where we are right now is at less than 5% global crypto adoption. So this is very similar to like in 1993, a teacher would kind of survey their classroom, which has maybe like 30 students, and ask their classroom, hey guys, how many of you guys actually own a PC computer? And the response rate back in 1993 was that 1 or 2 students out of a classroom of 30 actually owned a PC computer. So that's pretty much how early we are into this crypto space. Crypto.com is basically looking to get those kind of like 28 or 29 students in the classroom that have not yet purchased their first PC computer, but this time they have not purchased cryptocurrency. So that's why I think it's absolutely massive, the opportunity, because it's just so early in the game. game. And I also think that 2021 was just the appetizer. I actually think that in 2022, they are gonna ramp up even more aggressively in advertising and marketing. I don't think they're gonna just stop at the Super Bowl. I think they're going full throttle, nonstop. They're just blasting through all this marketing and advertising, and that is absolutely gonna be insane. And one of the ways to kind of help in their user acquisition is actually back in August of 2021, Crypto.com hired none other than Henrik Johansson, which was the head of growth at Spotify for the past 8 years. And Henrik Johansson basically took Spotify from 36 million users to 360 million users. And he basically 10x'd the user count at Spotify. And his task is to basically help Crypto.com achieve its mission of having 100 million users by the end of 2023. Now, if there's anyone in the space that can do it, I think this is the guy to do it because he did it at Spotify. And Crypto.com obviously is another fast-growing unicorn with tons and tons of users being onboarded pretty much daily at this point in time. Crypto.com is really, in my opinion, they're not too concerned about profitability right now. They are really trying to position themselves as a mainstream consumer brand, right? And the way they're kind of positioning themselves is that they want to be like Coca-Cola, they want to be like Pepsi, they want to be like Apple, they want to be like this well-known mainstream consumer brand that isn't necessarily just crypto focused, right? So they are a crypto brand, but they want to be a consumer brand. And if you really take a look at some of the other companies that spend massively in advertising, take a look at something like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola spends like almost, I think on average, $4 billion every year on marketing and advertising. And it works. Coca-Cola is extremely effective in their advertising and basically in building sort of this emotional connection with their potential consumer. Because it's not all about price, right? Like a lot of people are saying that Crypto.com doesn't necessarily have the cheapest exchange fees. And you're absolutely right about that. A company that is able to kind of build this emotional connection with their consumer, you don't necessarily always need to compete on price. Like take Coca-Cola for example, right? It's like Coca-Cola, it's a great, amazing brand name. Their actual soda is actually okay, but there's a lot of comparables out there, right? Like take for example, RC Cola. Like what's the difference between RC Cola and Coca-Cola? They're both sugar and they're both water. But why did kind of Coca-Cola succeed and RC Cola fail? And I think a large reason for this is just the way that Coca-Cola positions themselves over the years, kind of building that customer loyalty, building that brand value, so that when you drink Coke, it's more than just a sugar drink. There's actually a bit of an emotional connection attached to it, right? And I think this is the same thing that Crypto.com is trying to go for, that emotional connection with the potential customer. When you drink a Coke, there's positive feelings associated with it. It's different than when you drink like RC Cola. You don't get that same feeling. And I think Crypto.com in the same way is trying to do that. They're trying to position themselves so that when you use Crypto.com, you're gonna get a different feeling versus if you use something like, I don't know, Gate.io for example, right? They're both crypto exchanges, but one is gonna give you a different feeling than the other. Like if you were to tell me that someone was gonna destroy the Coca-Cola formula and actually destroy all the Coca-Cola factories in the world so that Coke no longer had an actual product, but that Coca-Cola could keep their brand name, I have no doubt in my mind that Coke could rebuild the company in just a couple years' time. And that's just due to the emotional connection that Coke built with its consumers over a long period of time, all throughout the years. And this is the same formula that I feel that Crypto.com is trying to do. They're just trying to mass advertise to their customers to kind of build that name recognition, build that name brand, and also to help crypto become mainstream altogether. Because if you think about it, the more Crypto.com advertises, the more and more mainstream crypto becomes. And actually Crypto.com lifts all boats and helps all crypto gain more awareness and more acceptance. So So I think it's a really cool thing that they're trying to do. And they're pretty much the only company doing this other than FTX. FTX is also a competitor exchange that is also doing a lot of mass advertising and marketing. But the one thing that I do like about Crypto.com over FTX is that Crypto.com started in 2016 versus FTX that actually started in 2019. So Crypto.com actually has a 3-year head start over them, and they are also advertising. They were the first to start this whole advertise like Red Bull, advertise like Coca-Cola, advertise like Pepsi. So that's another really cool thing about it. I don't think Crypto.com really cares about profitability all that much right now. What they really care about is user acquisition, because you basically spend the dollars right now and get your potential customer. They come into your ecosystem, you give them a positive user experience, and they're probably gonna stick with you long term. So even though it costs you a lot in terms of kind of marketing and user acquisition costs, the earlier you get them, the longer that they could stay with you, unless you have a massive customer retention problem. It's almost like dating. Like when you are chasing after a girl, you have to work really hard in the beginning to get them. Just kidding. You also have to work equally hard to retain them. So don't ever forget that. So I'm of the firm belief that there's tons of lifetime value of customers later down the road. So Crypto.com doesn't necessarily need to focus on profitability that much in the beginning. And I'm of the firm belief that sometimes it's not the most superior product that wins. It's actually sometimes it's a really good product with superior marketing that wins, if you are able to capture the heart and the minds of potential consumers. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Crypto.com is spending too much money on user acquisition? Or do you guys think that they're doing the right thing by spending all this marketing early on to basically get all these potential consumers that are not crypto aware? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, with anything and everything, please do your own due diligence. Don't trust anyone, including myself, unless you've done proper due diligence for yourself. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.